My dearest of friends, I'm Jesse with Living Tree Community Foods. We're coming to you from the heart of Berkeley, California, home of one of the world's greatest universities. Well worth a visit, I must say. The campus is magnificent. A stream runs through it, and it goes all the way up into the Berkeley Hills, filled with with classrooms, with laboratories, with lecture halls and so forth. A great, great, great university. More Nobel Prize winners have taught here than in any other school. And today, we're going to dance with an alive, organic, raw pizza, if you can handle this. Just the thing for these days of challenge, for these days of extreme isolation, for these days of loneliness. So let's be vibrant, let's be vital, let's be streaming, and we'll start. We'll start with the crust. And we'll start, of course, with our alive organic almonds. Almonds are so nutritious. They've been grown by the Kortoff family in California's Great Central Valley, once an inland sea, growing in the alluvial soil, watered by streams coming from melting snow in the high Sierras. Who can ask for more than that? California produces more almonds than the whole of the countries surrounding the Mediterranean basin, where the almond originated. The Kortoff family, by the way, annually produces over 1 million pounds of almonds, and that's on 500 acres with 70,000 almond trees, if you can imagine or handle such a thing. So let's begin with making a crust for our raw pizza pie, and we're using these magnificent almonds, the finest grown. So we're going to grind up some almonds, and then we're going to grind up some pumpkin seeds. These pumpkin seeds are grown by a farming family in Oregon, and they're so much different than the organic pumpkin seeds you find in the store, which are a dark green. These are red, and these are black and white, and taste so much better. They're so very, very special. So we're going to add a couple some pumpkin seeds, and then why not some pecans, some golden flax seeds, to help bind things together. Couple cloves of garlic, but of course, and some Royal Himalayan pink crystal salt, so let's give this a go. Okay. We've ground these up very, very nicely indeed. And then we're going to bind it all together with our alive organic almond butter, the pillar of our business. And by the way, we're not exactly upstarts. We have been in business for we've been in business for over 40 years, if you can handle that. And so let's go ahead and let's put it all together with a heaping tablespoon or two of our almond butter. And let's see how this takes us. Okay. Good, good. Now, what about some alive basil grown by local family farmer? Some basil and maybe a bit of parsley. Okay, that looks very, very nice indeed, if I may say so. So let's okay, beautiful. Gorgeous. I'm very, very pleased. So this looks like a very, very appetizing crust to me, if I may say so. And now we have a pan here that I've lined with parchment paper. So we're going to put the okay. And now let's press the crust down. Let's spread it out. It has worked out so very, very well indeed. And now, our next magical step is going to make the pesto filling. And here we're going to start with some tomatoes, alive tomatoes that we have soaked for an hour or so. And we'll use these as our base. And then, in addition to that, we're going to use some fresh organic tomatoes also. Okay. Good. And let's give it a bit of Royal Himalayan pink crystal salt. Here's a lemon that I've peeled. We'll put that in. And now you've guessed it. To make things creamy and wondrous. Okay. And now how about some basil? And a bit of parsley. And maybe a red onion. Let's give it a bit of spring water. Okay. Good. We have our pesto filling. Now let's Good. We've got it. We've got the filling. And now our last step, by the way, you've guessed it, we're going to make a cheese topping. In this, we're going to use our cashew butter, organic, but of course, most recipes call for soaking cashews overnight, but if you're just using cashew butter, you're certainly skipping that step. And now we will add a bit of lemon and a bit of Royal Himalayan pink crystal salt. Now we could stop right. We could just continue using cashew butter, but instead of that, we're going to add some of our milk of paradise, which, if you can handle this, is a combo of cashew butter and macadamia butter. Can anything be more exotic than that? And finally, we're going to add a bit of our living tree tahini. So here we go with our cheesy topping. So cashew butter, milk of paradise, and tahini. And as I said, if you just used cashew butter all by itself, that would certainly suffice. So let's spread this out. And now let's be a bit creative and artistic. And let's add some spring onions. I mean red onions. And now let's add some dried shiitake mushrooms. And what about some cherry tomatoes? So now we have our alive, organic, vivacious pizza pie. We're going to put this in the freezer for a while, and then we shall see. Well, we've just taken our alive, organic pizza pie out of the freezer where it's been there for an hour or so. And now we're going to add a topping, an exquisite topping of, you guessed it, avocado. Why not? So let's agree, this is a rich pizza for sure. So we've added an avocado topping. So here we have it. Our pizza, and as they say, tasting is believing. And here it is, created right before your eyes, streaming with life forces, energy, and vivacity. If this appeals to you, you might want to hit the subscribe button down below and maybe even give us a like. Visit our website by all means. Please contemplate our almond butter coming to you from the heart of Berkeley, within walking distance of one of the world's greatest universities. More Nobel Prize winners here than in any other school. So think on that. And think most importantly of all of the families, farmers, whose hard work and devotion have brought to you these wonderful ingredients. Our privilege to share. Let us go forward, brothers and sisters. Your comments and suggestions are treasured by us. My privilege to share, my honor. Thank you indeed. Let us go forth.